Hi, Michael. How you going?
Hi, Carly. I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm well. Thank you for jumping online today to catch up with me. I won't keep you too long. The purpose of us catching up is to have a chat, get to know each other a bit more, and to discuss in particular your language literacy and numeracy skills, which sounds like a mouthful, but really just talk about how you learn and your learning styles, and just to compare them to the Diploma of Counselling that you want to study, figure out where your strengths are and figure out if there's any gaps. And if there are some gaps, we can figure out how to best support you in the process.
Okay. Yep.
Does that sound okay?
Sounds fine. Yep.
Cool. So what today will look like is I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions about your learning. Some of it might make sense. Some of the questions might sound a bit silly, but I really want this to be collaborative. So if at any point you have questions or you're not sure why I'm asking you something or you're not sure how to answer something, that's okay. Just let me know and I can stop and pause and we can explain it a bit more.
Yep.
That sound okay?
Yep.
Cool. All right, so you've enrolled in the Diploma of Counselling, or you're looking to enroll in the Diploma of Counselling.
Mhm.
So what I do just to kind of figure out if your learning is suited to the Diploma of Counselling is, like I said, have this chat to you, use some screening tools to assess your learning styles or your learning needs, and compare them to that of the Diploma of Counselling. And just to do that, just for some background info, you probably don't need to remember all this, but I'm going to compare your current skill level to that of one of the units of competency. So one of the subjects that's in the Diploma of Counselling, and that unit of competency is CHC MHS 001, which is a mouthful, but it's work with people with mental health issues. So you don't do anything with that information, just to let you know that that's kind of the background stuff that's happening after our conversation.
Okay.
That sound okay?
That's okay. Yep.
Awesome. All right. So to start off with, what's made you enroll in the Diploma of Counselling? What are you looking to get out of it?
Um, I just really want to help people.
Mm,
Um, so I felt like the diploma of counselling would be able to, start in my, um, working with people and helping, young people and stuff like that with, some issues.
yeah, great. You want to work with young people in particular?
Yeah, young people. I feel, yeah. That's where I
Oh,
feel, I could, really help out.
awesome. And have you studied before?
Um, yeah, I have a trade background, but that
Oh,
was
okay.
ago. So I worked, went to TAFE and done a trade background. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay. What qualification did you complete at TAFE?
Um, I don't even know what they call it. I think it might be it's a certificate. I think certificate
Okay.
for
Yeah, right.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Where it finished up. So I could be a tradesman plumber. Yeah,
Ah, cool.
I think that's a certificate. It was a long time ago, so I forget
Yeah.
what it was. Yeah,
How long ago do you think it was? Can you remember?
2000s. So 2008, I think I finished.
Okay.
Or 2007. Yeah,
Yeah, right.
I've totally forgotten it was a world away.
Long time ago. And it sounds like a big shift now from going to plumbing to counselling.
Yeah, yep, yeah, it is. Yeah,
Uh,
a few things in between. So yeah,
okay. And so what have you been doing in between doing a Cert 4 and now?
just kind of working in bars and stuff like that. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
bartender and stuff like that. Yep.
So mainly hospitality work.
Yeah, hospitality work. Someone's just come through, so I'll just let them know. I'm just having an interview here. Sorry. Thank you.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
No worries. Um, so this question might sound a bit way off, but can you tell me about something you've learned recently? And it can be anything. It could be around learning how to cook a recipe or learning how to use a computer program, learning how
Uh,
to make a drink at the bar.
I learned how to download Teams today.
Oh, great.
Really tricky.
Yeah, it can be tricky, can't
Yeah,
it?
like I haven't really downloaded computer stuff that much.
Okay.
So I learned that today. I learned how to download a program onto my
All right.
computer, which was
So, mm,
I was
sounds like
pretty.
you impressed with that? Yeah.
I'm pretty impressed. Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
very computer literate, so
Okay.
yeah, it was. bit of a win for me today. Downloading,
Mm,
have this
well
chat.
done. Great. And so
Yeah,
how did you learn that? It sounds like a new skill for you.
yeah. I Google. I used the Google.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah. That was one
great.
thing. Yeah.
So
So
you use Google and so read some instructions or read some steps to follow?
yeah, I watched a video and then there was some instructions came up on another part of where I looked. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Okay, great. Great initiative, it sounds like.
yeah. Pretty easy when Google tells you how to do it.
Well, yeah, it can be
What?
easy, or it could be something that is something you're good at in terms of finding, researching, and following instructions.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Like it's maybe been a while since you've done some formal education.
yeah.
But what do you like about learning, or what are you looking forward to about learning?
Um, just learning new things and new skills.
Hmm.
It makes you feel like you've accomplished something.
Yeah.
Good feeling. Yeah,
Kind of builds your confidence and makes you feel like
confident.
you're on the right track. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay. And what helps you to learn?
I'm a visual person. I feel like
Okay.
I need to see something. Like
Hmm.
the download today, I watched a video, and
Okay.
then I looked for instructions. Like the first thing I did was go to a video. I probably learnt that from my trade stuff. Is like it's a lot of stuff is hands on, and then you learn
Mm,
theory about it.
mm,
So that's kind of how I feel like I learn the best is like practically doing something, like seeing someone do it or someone myself doing it. That's how I
mm.
learn. Yeah.
Okay. So it
What-
sounds like a combination of being a visual learner, so watching, observing, and then some kinesthetic, so the doing and kind of figuring it out for
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah. And then probably looking at some like text later on,
Yeah.
kind of reinforce that.
Mm. Yeah, great. So it sounds like some real sequential learning there happening for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. During your work over the last few years, it sounds like lots of bar work or in hospitality.
Mhm.
Have you received any training?
Nah, just apart from just kind of like on the job training, really. Yeah.
Okay, so like how to do this and how to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
I've got to go get your license, uh, like to be to work behind a bar and stuff like that. Or,
RSA, RCG, that kind of thing.
yeah, yeah. It was say again, I got that like 10 years ago, so I've forgotten what they were even called. Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, they and stuff. So
Mm,
there's a little bit of training in there, but it's kind of like
mm,
I feel like I've worked at a few different places now, and everywhere it does stuff does does it differently. Like
mm,
and so you kind of just learn on the job.
mm. Yeah. And is that kind of on the job learning? Is that similar to what you talked about with your downloading teams? Is where you find it works best when you can observe and you can do and maybe learn the theory later? Is that what you notice about how you acquire those skills?
Maybe, yeah, yeah. I feel like I do just learn from doing stuff,
Mm.
like
Yeah.
and actually, yeah,
Yeah.
either handling something or yeah, say like going and doing like using an appliance or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Great. Uh, Current work. Do you do any kind of writing? It might be taking messages, could be filling in forms,
Yeah,
writing
just some
orders.
stuff like we do use a little bit of paperwork, but
Mm.
just basic kind of paperwork.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I don't have to do any of the bookkeeping or anything like that. So
Okay.
there's none of that. Yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah, obviously take a message or something like that. I just write it down on a pad or, you
Mm.
know, yeah, that's
Yeah.
about yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And how confident do you feel using those skills, those written skills?
Yeah. I mean, okay, I can write all right. I,
Mm.
I bounce between capitals and lowercase.
You okay?
But that's just yeah, yeah, I
Yep.
don't know how to do that, Someone's name
Okay.
I'll write in capitals and then another part
Mm.
of it I'll probably write in lowercase, but it's all legible, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, great. And what about do you at work do you use a computer at all?
No, we just do like there's like one kind of thing where we use for it's not even a computer. It's like just like for when people bet and use stuff. There's a couple little devices.
Okay.
They're not really computers, but they're pretty basic to use once you use them. Yeah.
Yeah, right. A few buttons that you have to press to kind of process the
Process things.
bets or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And what about maths? Is there much maths involved in your role?
Yeah, adding up and stuff like that. Like a lot of people use their phones now, so that's kind of gone
Yeah,
on.
I'm very thankful for my phone. Yeah.
Every now and then you've got to hit the till, and it
Mm.
tells you what what to give them back a lot of the times. But yeah, I back in the day, you used to have to use your head a little bit just to give the change back and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
it's kind of slowing down now as everyone uses their tap and go.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And so that's, I guess, another skill you've had to learn in that technology.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they're pretty easy. Like turn it off and turn it on if it doesn't work. That's kind of kind of like what you got to do.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Part of the work that you do, what skills do you say you possess, or what are you good at? And it might be things like, teamwork or your communication, your problem solving, taking initiative, all those kind of things that make up who you are as a worker.
No, like you got to talk to people behind a bar, so that's probably learnt that from working
Okay.
at a bar. Like I don't work at a busy place, like they're just little pubs and stuff around, so
Okay.
it's talking to the older guys and stuff like that. So there's a bit of like having to hold a conversation with someone. Maybe even if you don't want to hold the conversation,
That's a skill for sure. Yeah.
a bit of a skill. And then you got to talk to the managers and stuff like that. So communications, like, well, we need this, we need that. Letting them know what is needed behind the bar at some points of time. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Communication is something I probably didn't learn that in plumbing, and probably learned that from working behind the bar. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And different types of communication, it sounds like. One's more, I guess, interpersonal or personable. The other was more directive in terms of having to look what we need and then informing people of that.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
And I know kind of moving into the counselling space is a different kind of workforce. But are there any skills around work you think you'd like to develop, or you're looking to get out of doing the diploma of counselling?
Don't really know what I'm looking for in it at the moment. Yeah, just as I said, like being able to help people, especially younger people, maybe teenagers and stuff like that is something, helping out. I know.
Yeah. And our course involves a mixture of practical skills, so doing role plays around talking to people and like holding sessions, as well as some research work, so some reading and looking at text, and then some writing tasks as well. Um, do you feel most confident in any of those areas? So like oral communication.
Confident in the practical stuff. I
Yeah.
feel like I can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, the reading I'm probably least confident about.
Okay.
But obviously, we're trying to learn stuff here and need to read information. So
Yeah.
that's probably the least one.
Reading.
Yeah, I can read. I'm happy reading and stuff like that. It's just I don't feel like I don't retain that information as well as
Yeah. Right.
and going. Oh, you don't do it that way. You do it this way, or there's different ways to do things. Like you're actually doing it instead of being told on by text.
Yeah, such as research skills, it sounds like. And so perhaps, and it sounds like you found ways around that currently. So you like to watch clips and get information that way, it sounds like, quite visually, possibly easier for you to retain and understand, as opposed to reading. You can do it, but it's not your ideal way of learning and getting information.
Yeah.
In terms of reading, is there anything that makes it easier for you, or any kind of support you could access that you think would help with those skills?
Just a nice place to do it, like somewhere quiet to do it. Be
Controlling your environment?
environment,
Yeah.
not being distracted from.
Yeah. Okay. Great. that's kind of all my questions for today. Do you have anything that you're curious about or anything that you want to kind of talk more about?
No, I think that's all good. I mean, yeah, probably need a bit of help with like loading files, I suppose. If I have to send you assignments, assignments and stuff like that, like I'll probably help with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably one thing I'm nervous about. I don't know if that's
Yeah, and that's really normal, I think, moving to online learning or any kind of learning in terms of how you submit assessments and using new technology. So we'll definitely go through all of that when you start the course and what that looks like, and it can support you to do that.
yeah. The last time I
Yeah.
did that course, it was all kind of handwritten and
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, it's very different.
Yeah.
Yeah. And sorry, I did lie. A few more questions just to clarify a few things, which hopefully are quite easy.
Mhm.
Can you remind me, how old are you?
I turned 40 this year.
Hey, big birthday, 40.
Mm-hmm.
And were you born in Australia or were you
Yeah,
born somewhere else?
born in Australia. Yeah,
Do you speak English or another language?
English. Yeah.
Cool. And this is my last question. What level of high school did you complete?
Year 10. Yeah.
Okay. And did you leave after year 10 or
Started year 11 and then didn't finish.
did summer year 11 and left?
Yeah, left
Okay.
like a quarter of the way through year 11. Yeah.
All right. Cool. Thank you. That is me done. So from here, what I'll do is I'm going to send you through 2 more screening tools to do. One's a self-reflection, and the other one is looking at some of your reading and writing skills. And so I understand it can be quite nerve-wracking to receive those sheets to fill out. It's not a test, it really is just a screen just to see what level you're currently reading and writing at. And like I said before, just to compare it to what the course requires. And then from there, we can have a conversation around any gaps that come up and how we can support you to stay engaged in the course.
Okay. Great.
Cool. If you have any questions about those forms that come through, please just write back an email or make a time, or we can catch up to discuss it.
Okay. Great. Thanks.
Thanks so much, Michael.
No worries. Thanks, Carly.